out a job. I was desperate to get a job because my mother had told me, she's like, if you don't get a job by December, you're coming back to India.
Oh, they were still, wo wahan par hi the? You were here by yourself?
They're still in India. They're in India even now. They live in Delhi, in Gurgaon.
Oh, really? Oh, the rich ones.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
No, Gurgaon used to be like a really place no one wanted to go. Now it's like become all fancy.
It's a very cheap place.
Yeah,
paise wale wahi rehte hain. I know.
And there's a Trident Hotel. You've been?
I haven't, but I've heard of it.
Oh, fancy schmancy.
Really? Okay.
Very fancy.
I know where to go. Gurgaon mein Trident Hotel. Okay. It's next to your house, right?
It's not far.
Okay.
It's not far from my parents'
Told you all the rich ones live there. I haven't been there yet.
You have to go. You have to go. Fancy.
All right.
So then, basically, to cut a long story short, so I started working this healthcare industry as a market research analyst, because to get my H1 visa, I had to get a job in the field in which I had studied, which was economics.
That's right.
And so after pounding the pavement for months, because it was a recession then, this was the early 90s, it was a recession. After pounding the pavement for months, finally someone took pity on me and I got my H1 visa and started working as a market research analyst.
The charm worked.
Charm worked.
Charm worked.
I guess I've always been charming.
I guess so. Okay.
Oh my God, but I was bored out of my mind. But I did that. And
how long did you do that for?
I did that for 5-6 years at least, yeah.
तो फिर उसके बाद one day क्या हुआ? एक दिन आपने decide किया, that's it?
I moved to New York. I knew I wanted to be in New York. Somehow I knew that. I moved to New York with Booz, Allen and Hamilton, which is the most, you know, sort of white collar, white boy dominated, prestigious management consulting firm with all the Harvard and Wharton grads.
It doesn't get better than that one.
Doesn't get better than that.
No.
Oh, I was so miserable. ऐसे चक्की पिसवाया मुझसे. Oh my God, I really felt I was in jail. I was like on a plane working on my laptop. Really? Flying to San Francisco to the client, sitting over there working night and day. Everyone thought, oh, it's so glamorous. You have an apartment in New York, you have an apartment in San Francisco, you're on a plane every week. I felt like a flight attendant with a 24/7 job. I mean, I was just like working all the time, and then these partners, you know, they'd see your work and they'd throw it in your face and say, do it all over again. Oh, it was just...
You couldn't deal with that.
Oh my God,
it's a hard world. It's a corporate world.
Then I went into human resources. Because I wanted to do something more people-oriented. See, I was gradually evolving to becoming who I am. So I said, okay, enough of analysis, enough of numbers and spreadsheets. I want to do something more people-oriented. Okay. So at first it became executive search and human resources. You know, we headhunter.
Exactly. From there, you ended up as a headhunter.
Headhunter.
Okay. All right. So are we going down in the ladder, or are we going to go here somewhere?
Everyone is like, what happened? London School of Economics. Management consultant,
with the best
headhunter.
Yeah.
My mother was like, headhunter? Ab tum headhunter banoge?
Unko pata bhi tha headhunter kya hota hai?
But she was like, oh, but it was with a big company, Corn Ferry International.
Okay.
So I did that, and then it was then that I don't know, somehow the creative bug started coming out into me. And I was like, what can I do in my free time? I had a little more free time because I wasn't traveling so much. I wasn't working 90 hours a week. So I was like, I have to do something. I'm in New York City. So at first, I just watched, I wrote a monologue myself, which I performed at an event at the Public Theater.
Excuse me, okay.
And it was a comedic monologue, and I did a lot of characters.
Okay.
And then after that, something up? Do you telling me something? No. So I did...
No, go right ahead.
So I did my comedic monologue, and then I, after that, found my way somehow into taking a class in stand-up comedy, and I never ever looked back. I just started doing it. I didn't know where it was going to lead to. I didn't know if it was going to lead to a flourishing career.
But it's something that was, जैसे कहते हैं ना कि सबकी अलग-अलग calling होती है. Internally सबकी अलग calling होती है. You had everything, you were making the money, lifestyle था, सब कुछ था. But it wasn't giving you the happiness. Yeah. And then here you are, ek din stand-up comedy, and that's what made you, it fulfilled you.
Exactly.
And so here, and since then, aapne kabhi piche mud ke nahi dekha ki, you know what, I regret doing this, or I wish I wouldn't.
Yeah. And you know what the thing is, it's always in evolution. You're always evolving as a human being.
Yep. Absolutely.
And you have to allow yourself the freedom to evolve.
Exactly.
So stand-up comedy is not the only thing that interests me. I also want to be an actor.
I want to talk about that too. I want to come back to that.
So I'm doing I'm trying to do everything that I love. I love to cook. I love health and well-being.
Really? Well, I can see. Look at you, slim and trim over
thank
here.
You, thank
take
you.
some tips from you before you go. For all the Punjabi women out there, we can take some help from him right here.
And men.
And men, yes, please. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Men all have the bellies.
They all look like they're pregnant. I agree with
all
you.
the parathas and the chicken curries.
Aloo parathas and
aloo paratha and the chicken curries just get stuck in there. And that's it. Years and years and years, and then before you know it.
There you go. It pops up. Alrighty. Well, you know what? We'll take a short break, and उसके बाद हम break के बाद वापस आके पूछेंगे Mr. विदुर कपूर से कि उनकी जो स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी अभी मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया में चल रही है, वाइट मार्केट में है, उसका इंडियन डाइवर्जन क्या है, इंडियन मार्केट में कैसे ब्रेकअप हो रहा है. सो स्टे ट्यून एंड विल बी राइट बैक.